Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another Ravenfield video. Today, we aren't going to be looking at a new map or any mods, but we're actually going to be looking into a really cool Easter egg in the vanilla game. You can do this all in the base game with no mods active. I first heard about this on the Ravenfield Reddit, and initially I thought someone was trolling me or something because the post said that there was a non-modded UFO in the game that you could find just sitting there sort of crash-landed. I searched all over the map that the post said it was on, and couldn't find it, so I went to Google to see if there was any legitimacy in this claim, and it turns out there's quite a bit of it. There actually is a crashed UFO on the map Temple, and how you get to it is going to the far, far southeastern corner of the map. You have to go so far that the map stops displaying your little arrow moving any further, because the UFO itself is off of the map per se. And watch your step on the way down, because there's a lot of cliffs, and I had to restart a couple of times because I kept dying from fall damage. I had seen in a guide online that the best way to find it is to turn off your weather effects, as the map is quite snowy and it obscures your vision over time. So I did just that, and after a few minutes of searching, I came across this. A crashed UFO kind of frozen over in the valley between two peaks. And that isn't the only part of the Easter egg, there's actually a lot more. If you walk up to it and press V to kick it, the UFO will make this really loud, freaky sound, and quickly drain all of the blood out of your character. When you respawn after a couple of seconds, if you look into the sky, you can see the UFO flying over the map, fighting everything. It attacks both Eagle and Raven teams, so it doesn't matter what side you're on. It shoots laser beams at you that are quite powerful. Also, another thing I saw it doing, as you can see in this clip, is it will actually try to abduct soldiers off the battlefield, of either side. What happens to them once they're abducted, I don't know. I don't know if they go somewhere or what. I think they just die, but what I can say is that the map becomes pure chaos once this happens. If you try to shoot at this thing, it takes no damage at all. It doesn't even give you hit markers when you hit it, even if you use rockets. A quick Google search revealed, however, that there is one way to damage it, and that brings us to the next part of the Easter egg, which requires us to go to the map Coastline. In order for this part of the Easter egg to work, you have to play Coastline as Eagles with default spawns. You can't edit them in the Configure Points option, and your character has to be alive when the big victory text comes on the screen at the end of the game. And this step was actually a lot harder than I thought. I had to attempt the map 4 or 5 times to win it. The best way I found to win was to set the battle plan to capture all 3 center points to get the lead on the Raven team, and then gradually fall back as you get overrun, but making sure to defend the central village point for as long as possible, and then defending the little port area, forcing Raven to come to you, and take as high casualties as possible. And then if you're still alive by the end of the game, and if Eagles win, then a short cutscene will begin to play, in which we see the UFO from the previous map coming to attack us on the map before getting destroyed by an unknown weapon off screen. Then a character called Advisor will show up on a Black Hawk helicopter and present you with the prize of the Easter egg, the secret gun, the railgun. Funnily enough, I had actually done a video fairly recently about a modded railgun in the game, not the same as the vanilla one, but I will say that this railgun I think looks a bit better than the modded one. It's definitely one of the cooler looking vanilla guns, and it has some pretty cool sound effects to go with it, but unfortunately, much like the modded one I covered a few videos ago, the vanilla railgun kinda sucks. The biggest problem for me is the projectile speed and the lack of any kind of aiming device on it. This gun has no scope, no crosshairs, not even a little iron sight on the tip of the weapon, so it's really hard to aim, and worst of all, it has this little blocky bit on the end of the barrel that really obscures your vision of whatever you're trying to shoot at, so it's really difficult to use. I find that I always shoot either too high or too low with it. So that being said, when you actually do hit something with it, it has this really cool blue explosion effect that can actually do quite a lot of damage, so maybe with some time and practice it might be a good weapon, but right now it's not really something I see myself using. So once you get it, you can just kind of put it on in the weapon switch at the start of each game. So that's how the railgun works, and that's the railgun and UFO Easter egg in Ravenfield. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something today. If you liked this video, please leave a like on it. And this video took me a really, really long time to make compared to my other ones. So if you want to see more like this, subscribe for more Ravenfield. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day, stay safe, and goodbye.